welcome to my channel Cybersecurity Gurukul. In this hyper-connected world, staying powered up is a necessity. But have you ever considered that while you're charging your phone, a hacker might be pilfering your personal information? This is a cyber attack known as juice jacking. In today's video, the first of a two-part series, we will unravel this digital menace. So, buckle up as we delve into the realm of juice jacking. In this part 1 video, we will see what is juice jacking. In today's hyper-connected world, staying charged up on the go is essential. With our reliance on devices like smartphones, tablets, and laptops, a low battery can feel like a ticking time bomb. And so, we often find ourselves using public charging stations or borrowing charging cables to keep our devices juiced up. But did you know, while you're simply trying to recharge your device, there could be a hidden threat lurking in the shadows? This is where we introduce the concept of juice jacking, a term that might sound harmless, perhaps even comical, but its consequences are anything but. Juice jacking is a form of cyber attack that takes advantage of our need to stay connected. Hackers use public charging stations or compromised charging cables as their tools of trade, turning our simple act of charging into an opportunity for data theft. So, how does this happen? Well, when you plug your device into a compromised charging station or cable, the malware hidden within can be silently transferred onto your device. This malware then acts like a digital spy, quietly stealing your personal information such as passwords, banking details, and sensitive documents. It's akin to inviting a thief into your house and unknowingly giving them access to your personal safe. Now, who falls victim to juice jacking? The truth is, anyone who uses public charging stations or borrows charging cables is at risk. Travelers at airports, students in cafes, commuters at train stations, all unsuspecting individuals could be potential targets. The threat is omnipresent, lurking anywhere there's a charging port. It's crucial then to be aware of the potential risks, especially when you're in high-traffic areas or traveling. The next time you see a public charging station, remember what seems like a lifeline for your dying battery could very well be a trap set by a hacker. And so, the next time you plug your device into a public charging station or borrow a charging cable, remember, you could be inviting a threat into your device. This is known as juice jacking. What exactly is juice jacking? A question that's becoming increasingly important in our digital age. Let's delve into it. Juice jacking, at its core, is a type of cyber attack. It's an insidious method that hackers use to exploit our reliance on public charging stations and borrowed charging cables. Whenever you plug your device into a compromised charging station or cable, you're potentially opening the door to a cyber attack. That's right, your device doesn't need to be connected to the internet to be vulnerable. Now, you might be wondering, how does this work? Well, it's all about the data transfer. Most charging cables don't just carry power, they also carry data. When you plug your device into a compromised charging port or cable, the hackers can initiate a data transfer. This could be malware, which is essentially malicious software. Once this malware is on your device, it can wreak all sorts of havoc. It can steal your personal information, such as passwords and banking details, or it can copy sensitive documents. The worst part? All of this can happen without your knowledge. You might just be sipping your coffee, happy that you found a charging port for your dying phone, completely oblivious to the fact that your device is being compromised. So, what can this malware do once it's on your device? It can do a lot, unfortunately. From stealing your personal information to installing additional harmful software, the possibilities are endless and alarming. And because this type of attack is so subtle, you might not even realize that your device has been infected until it's too late. In conclusion, juice jacking is a cyber attack where hackers use public charging stations or compromised charging cables to infect your device with malware or steal your data while it's charging. It's a serious threat in our modern, connected world, and one that we should all be aware of. Who are the targets of juice jacking? Now that's a question worth pondering. If you're thinking it's just the tech-savvy or the high-profile personalities, then you're mistaken. Juice jacking doesn't discriminate. It's a silent, invisible threat that can strike anyone who plugs their device into public charging stations or borrows charging cables. Imagine this. You're at an airport, waiting for a flight. Your phone's battery is low, so you plug it into a charging station. Or perhaps you're at a cafe, studying for an exam. You've forgotten your charger at home, so you borrow one from a friend. In both these scenarios, you're at risk of juice jacking. The reality is, whether you're a jet-setting business executive, a university student, or just someone out for a coffee, you can be a target. Public charging stations and borrowed cables are like a treasure trove for hackers. They're the perfect opportunity to sneak into your device and steal your information. They don't have to be physically present to do it. They can be miles away, sitting comfortably behind their screens, waiting for the next unsuspecting victim. It's a scary thought, isn't it? But it's important to be aware of this threat. Knowledge is power, after all. The more you know, the better you can protect yourself. From travelers at airports to students in cafes, hackers can target unsuspecting individuals anywhere there's a charging port. So, the next time you plug your device into a public charging station or borrow a cable, remember, you could be the next target. How do you know if you're already a victim of juice jacking? This is a question that may keep you up at night, especially if you frequently use public charging stations. Well, the signs may not always be apparent, but there are a few telltale indications that your device might have been compromised. Firstly, you might notice that your device is behaving differently. This could mean anything from your device running slower than usual, applications crashing unexpectedly, or your battery draining faster than it typically would. These are all signs that something might be amiss. Next, pay close attention to strange pop-ups or unwanted ads. These could be attempts by the malware to lure you into providing more data or to further compromise your device. Remember, it's not just about the data on your device, but also the data you input while the malware is active. Furthermore, if you find new applications on your device that you did not install, or if your settings have been changed without your knowledge, these could be signs of a juice jacking attack. The same goes for unexplained data usage. If your device seems to be consuming more data than usual, it might be due to a malware transmitting data to the attacker. Lastly, keep an eye on your financial accounts. If you see any unexpected charges or suspicious activity, it could be a sign that your financial data has been compromised. Now, it's important to remember that these signs do not necessarily mean you are a victim of juice jacking. They could be symptoms of other issues with your device. However, if you've used a public charging station or a borrowed charging cable recently and you notice these signs, it's best to take action immediately. If your device starts behaving strangely after charging, such as running slower or displaying unusual pop-ups, it could be a sign that malware has been installed. If you suspect that you're a victim of juice jacking, don't panic. There are steps you can take to secure your device and your data, which we'll be discussing in the next part of this series. Stay safe, stay informed, and remember, knowledge is power when it comes to cybersecurity. In our Part 2 video, we will see how to know if you are already a victim, precautions and steps to follow if you are already a victim. As we wrap up this first part on juice jacking, let's quickly recap what we've learned today. Juice jacking is a type of cyber attack that occurs when you plug your device into a compromised public charging station or cable. The attacker can install malware on your device to steal your personal information. Anyone who relies on public charging stations or borrowed charging cables is at risk, from travelers to students. Being a victim of juice jacking can be hard to detect, but there are some signs to look out for. If your device starts behaving strangely after charging, such as running slower or displaying unusual pop-ups, it could be a sign that malware has been installed. Now that we have a basic understanding of what juice jacking is, it's time to prepare ourselves against this threat. In the next part of this series, we'll delve deeper into how to know if you've fallen victim to juice jacking and what steps you can take if you find yourself in this unfortunate situation. We'll also discuss some precautionary measures you can take to protect yourself from becoming a victim in the first place. Remember, knowledge is power. The more you know about these types of attacks, the better equipped you'll be to protect yourself and your personal information. So stay tuned for our next video, where we'll continue to unravel the complex world of cybersecurity and help you stay one step ahead of the hackers. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. Do not forget to click on the bell icon. Thank you and see you in the next video.